Hello YouTube, PokeWrench back again with another video, and today we're doing another graded return from GRADED, a company here in the UK. So if you didn't see my previous video, I think it was 2 videos ago, maybe 3 videos ago, I had a 100 card return, and I talked a little bit about the process and kind of reviewed the process and what I thought. So there'll be less of that in this video and more just showing you the grades. I will talk a little bit about them as we go along. But yeah, if you're not aware of who GRADED are, go and check them out. There's a Facebook page, got a website, really easy to use. And yeah, here's the finished product. So I think there's 83 cards here. I don't know all of the grades. I know a couple of them just from getting them out of the box, and I couldn't help but see them because they were facing me. But I thought just to speed up the whole video, I'd get them out ready, stack them up, and we can just jump straight into it. So let's go with number 1. So this is what the slabs look like. They've got the holographic information on the back. And then the first one is a 9. It's a Charizard from Darkness Ablaze. We start with a 9. As you can see, we do have the subgrades on there as well. Let me just get the focus locked in. Hopefully that makes it easier. So we're starting with a 9, that's a strong start. Number 2, Charmeleon Hidden Fates, an 8. Wow, I think I expected better on that. So that's been scored down on surfaces and edges. If I'm honest, when I send a card off for grading, I very rarely check the surface in detail. I usually just look at things like the centering, and if it looks okay, I get it sent off. You know, these were packed fresh. I pulled these myself, so not too bad. It's still a beautiful card. Make a pile for 8s, 9s and 10s. Hopefully we don't have too many 8s. Fingers crossed. Number 3, another Darkness Ablaze Charizard. Now I think I sent a lot of these off in this, mainly because, and I've mentioned this in previous videos, I like to collect 10s. I'm not a big fan of anything other than 10s, unless it's obviously a really high value card. You know, I wouldn't have any issue with having a 6 or a 7 in a first edition base set Charizard, but I do like to chase 10s when I'm grading stuff myself. So what I tend to do is, and there we go, got a Mount Coronet and 9. I'll send off a lot of the same card in the hope of getting a 10 that I can keep for my collection, and then I can sell any duplicates or anything less than a 10. Ooh, and a Stained Glass promo. Again, this is another one that I sent quite a few off of. There we go. So we've got a 9. I think there might have been 15 of those, to be fair, in this submission, so get ready to see a lot of them. And there's the next one, another 9. You can see the difference with the subgrades. So just while we're going through them, the subgrades are rounded up. They don't do half grades for the overall grade, only for the subgrades. So as you can see, they do halves there, but they would round up. So anything that's an 8.5 or above on average would be rounded up to a 9. Anything that's a 9.5 or above would be rounded up to a 10. We've still not got a 10 yet, which is a shame, but there's got to be one coming surely. 83 cards. Another Darkness Ablaze Charizard in a 9. And another one in a 9. Like I said, I have sent quite a few of those off, so I expect to see quite a few. There's the next one. Another 9. Ooh, a Glaceon and a 9. So where's that being let down? Centering. Yeah, you can't really argue with that. What I found with GRADED is, you know, sometimes you look at the grade initially and think it might look a bit weak or you're a bit surprised, but then when you actually have a close look, you can usually see what they've seen when their graders actually looked at it. Mewtwo GX from Hidden Fates, and that's also got a 9. Ooh, now this is a bit different. So this is a Spanish Mewtwo EX. So I had a load of Spanish Ruby and Sapphire packs, and as you can see, it does say there in brackets SP for Spanish. So not too bad overall. Only let down on the corners really. So should we have a look at that in more? Yeah, the corners, a little bit of whiting on the edge, on the corners, so I can't really grumble. There's another of the Darkness Ablaze. We'll soon get through those and move on to other stuff hopefully. A Voltorb, Hidden Fates. Nice. Looks really good actually, I think that. The yellow against the black label. Another Hidden Fates trio. We'll not spend much time looking at those because there are quite a few. Still no 10 though. Wow. I know it's difficult to get a 10 in the ETB promos just because they can get really battered quite easily. So obviously this one, as we can see, is Japanese. See from the back, and that is a VMAX Venusaur, or a Venusaur VMAX. Let's have a little look at that closer. So the surfaces have let that down, and again, I can't really grumble. I didn't really check the surfaces in too much detail, but if you know where you get these from, they come out of the sealed packs, they come out of the decks. They can be really difficult sometimes to get out without damaging. There's every chance I've done something that's hampered the surface on that and really prevented it from getting a 10, which is a shame, but there you go. Next, one more here first, and we have a Kyogre. Now, without looking at the grades, I think it's safe to say there, that's going to be let down on centering. Look at how thick that left side is. And there you go, centering a 7. So, can't really grumble there. To be fair, I sent off all of the Kyogres that I had just because I really like the card. Another Japanese, and it's a Crobat promo. Another 8. Let's rattle through. Another 9, Darkness Ablaze. There we go. There's the full art Moltres, Zapdos and Articuno. Does anybody know why the name on this card is in the order it is? And it's Moltres, Zapdos and Articuno, rather than Articuno, Zapdos and Moltres. I thought they'd have gone 1, 2, 3. With the Uno, Dos, Tres. It bugs me a little bit that it goes 3, 2, 1. But there might be another reason behind it that I don't know. Another Darkness Ablaze Charizard. Also, not all of them, but a number of these will be for sale following this video. So if you're watching this and there's any that you like, that you want to buy, drop me a message, drop a comment. They've all got 8s, the Japanese Crobats, which is a shame. I think that's the only ones I've sent of those as well, so that means there's no 10s coming for the Japanese Crobat, which is a real shame because I don't think I got a 10 last time either. Ooh, and an 8. What's done that? Surfaces. It's really hard to see through the case what that could actually be. But then edges, yeah, again, I don't know if you can see properly through the camera. I don't think you can. Maybe if I come off the focus. I don't think you can see. The edges are pretty beat up, to be fair, so I can't really, again, I can't grumble. Another 9. We're still yet to get a single 10. And there's people, so that's been really heavily scored down on centering, and again, look at how thick that bottom border is compared to the top, so, you know, no complaints here. And I've seen tons of comments from people on Facebook saying, hey, that 10s are hard to get. It was perfect timing. Finally. God, that took a while. 10-10. Oh, only 2 scores away from a perfect score on that. And if you do get 10-10-10-10 across the board, it becomes a flawless card rather than pristine. And then the reference number will have an FL at the beginning. So, centering. Yeah, that's not perfect centering. So close. I think that might be the closest I've got so far. Do we have a 10? Finally. And back to the 9s. There's another 9 for the Darkness Ablaze. And another 9 for Darkness Ablaze. Ooh, an 8. That's a poor score. Let down again by surfaces. Difficult to say what that could be. But I accept it, and I just nearly dropped it. Centering's no good. So, no complaints. Oh, grab 2 there. Hey, finally! We have the 10. As you can see, as I mentioned before, it gets rounded up. So 9.5, 9.5, 9.5, 10. So that would add up to 38.5. So the average would be 9.6 something. So that gets rounded up to a 10. So we get the pristine 10 in the Charizard. Nice. Happy with that. I think that's the only one so far though, which is a pretty bit of a shame. And we've got another Mewtwo, also getting the 9, same as before. I only sent 2 of those off, so there's no more left. Ooh, we got another 10. The Ether Foundation employee, full art trainer from Hidden Fates. To be fair, I only sent this off because it looked in really good condition. I don't normally grade trainers, other than one that's coming later on that I don't know what grade it's got yet, but we'll get there. And I love it. Another Venusaur VMAX, this time an 8 instead of a 9. I sent 3 of those off, I think. Lucario, 9. Pikachu, Evolutions. I don't know why I sent this one off. I've got loads of these. What made me send off one that was capable of getting an 8? That just might be poor judgment on my part. We're not all perfect. Ooh, Tapu Lele, an 8. Wow. I wouldn't have thought the Centurion was that bad. Yeah, actually on the back it's pretty rough. Ooh. Here he is. This is the trainer that I would send off. I don't know why, but I love this card. I think it's really cool. Not really a fan of collecting cards usually that aren't quite high value. I quite like to try and get my hands on high value cards. That's why I chase the 10s. Put that to one side for me. Another 9 for the Trio promo. Yeah, that's why I chase 10s, because I prefer the higher value stuff, but I absolutely love Ball Guy. Another 9 for the Fates ETB Trio. Hey, and we've got a 10. Ooh. All 4 subgrades are exactly the same. For the OCD amongst us, that would be lovely. Yeah, that's great. That's nice. We've got another 10, so that's 2 10s. Lady. We've got the 9. A Sylveon 9. Another Sylveon 9. There's the normal half art trio in a 9. There's the 3rd Venusaur VMAX. I did also send off a couple of Blastoises and I think a Charizard as well. I mean, I'm getting a lot of 9s. But like I say, that does show how hard it is to get the 10s, that they don't just dish them out. There's a Tapu Bulu. There's a 9. Another half art Birds, this time an 8. Got a few 8s. Venusaur VMAX. I thought I'd already shown 3 of these, or did I send 4 off? I must have sent 4. I thought I'd sent 3. Hey, Kyogre in a 9 this time. Another Kyogre, but an 8. Still haven't managed to get that in a 10. Every time I say 10, or come on to the word 10, a 10 appears, so I might just start saying it before everything. 9.5 on 3 of them, and then a 10 to get the 10 overall. So that's 3 of those in a 10, which is good to see. And back to the 9, where we were comfortable before. Look at that, 1 half grade away from being another 10 on the centering. Yeah, so close. Eevee VMAX in an 8. Another Eevee VMAX in an 8. There we go, look at this guy. Oh, I was so hoping for a 10. Based on surfaces, and yeah, the edges aren't amazing. Can't really grumble, but I really wanted that in a 10. Got one more of those in here though, so hopefully, fingers crossed. Another Darkness Ablaze as a 9. Hey, another 10. We've got the Altaria. Full art from Hidden Fates. And it's the centering that's weakest on that, which again, you know, understandable for Hidden Fates. Charmander, we've got the 9. Let down on centering. Surprise, surprise. Wouldn't expect that from Hidden Fates, would you? A Charmeleon, 8. That's scored poorly across the board, to be fair. But edges specifically, I wonder if there's some silvering going on. It's hard to see through the case, but nevertheless an 8. Another Charmeleon in an 8. Another Darkness Ablaze Charizard in a 9. Kyogre in a 9, and that's definitely scored bad on centering, you can see that yourselves. 9. So I didn't get the VMAX in a 10. That's a shame. That is a real shame. Surface again. Damn. Ah well, 2 9s. I think I've got a Charizard yet to come. I've got the Venusaur in a 9. I've got the Blastoise in a 9. So if I can get the Charizard in a 9 or a 10, that wouldn't be too bad. Another EV VMAX in an 8. I think 3 of those in an 8 now. And then 1 in a 9. Another 10. Nice. The Lucario. Slightly off on centering. But nice. A 10. I'll take it. Ooh. 7. 7. Really? Centering and edges. Ah, it's the silvering, isn't it? That is badly silvered at the top. I don't know if the camera's going to show this. I think it's possible to show it at an angle that would. There, you see it. See the glistening at the top. Yeah, it's badly silvered. Wow. Another of the Spanish cards. So again, SP in brackets at the top to show it's Spanish. That's the Lapras. Again, not too far away. Only half a mark away from a 10. But still, it's a beautiful looking card. Another Kyogre in an 8. Another Kyogre in a 9. Cynthia in a 9. Another one that's just half a mark away from a 10. Very close on a lot of these. Another Darkness Ablaze Charizard in a 9. One of the last few now. A Tapu Lele in a 9. Let down by centering. A Jesse and James in a 9. And a Alolan Vulpix in a 9. Last couple cards, and one's Japanese, so that is got to be the Charizard VMAX, because that's the only one I don't recall seeing so far through this. And this last English one is a 10. Ooh, 9.5 across the board again. There's the focus. When we get the focus, give me the focus. There we go. Nice. So I've got 2 cards that have got exactly the same 4 subgrades. So then the Charizard, right, we need a 9 at least to go with the Blastoise and the Venusaur. I'm going to put my thumb over it. So it's got to be a 9 or above, otherwise I'm going to be fuming. Should we have a look at the grades? 8.5 and a 9.5. So we're on course for the 9. We got it. We got the 9. So I got the VMAX Trio in a 9, which is very pleasing. So I'll get those. I'll probably get those displayed. I should have submitted them in a different order and gone for sequential numbers on the reference. But it's not a big deal. I've got the 3 of them. I've got the 3V versions of these in a 9 as well. So they'll look alright together. And I've obviously got this guy. God, I don't know what it is about this card. I think he's just really cool. Such a cool card. But yeah, so what did I get overall? I got how many 10s? I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I got 8 10s, of which 4 were the stained glass promos, which is cool. And the other 4 10s were here. I'll probably put, even though I collect 10s, I'll probably put up for sale these 2. The Eater Foundation employee and Lucario. but the others I'll probably hang on to for now. Maybe, we'll see. I'm gonna have to get another submission sent off to get graded soon. I've not actually got one going through at the moment. I've spent far too much money on grading. I'm waiting for 183 cards to come back from PCA, and I've no idea how long they're going to be. When I initially submitted them, I expected grading based on their 20-day turnaround time. I expected grading to be finished mid-April. No, yes, what month are we in? May. Mid-April, I expected grading to be finished, and it's not. So I was hoping to have them back in my hands by now, and they don't even appear to have been graded yet, never mind have been sent back to the UK from France. So they could yet be another couple of weeks. So I've got a lot of money tied up there. That was obviously quite an expensive cost to grade. I've still got around 400 cards with PSA, which were sent back as early as July. I know a lot of people here in the UK have been getting their May submissions back. And I imagine June will be on their way very soon. So hopefully not too much longer for those to start coming back. But yeah, I'll probably get another submission sent off to get graded soon. They've announced a lot of changes and tweaks and added extras, and you know, they look to be doing fantastic here in the UK. If I've got any American viewers, I'd be more than keen to hear your views on companies launching to compete with the likes of PSA. Get Graded, I've got ambitions to go international over time. It'd be interesting to see if they can achieve it. They're getting a lot of interest. I think at the moment, based on the numbers they last mentioned, they're receiving around, they're receiving over 2,000 cards a week, probably close to 3,000 cards a week at the moment. You know, that's based on now. They're still a new company, and that's ramping up. I can't see a reason why a few months from now they're not going to be receiving 5,000 and up per week, that's a huge amount of cards to have in the market, and hopefully that's going to be good for the value, not just for the resale benefits, but you know, it will hopefully turn more of the UK market and the UK community towards using UK graders, which will mean that we're not sat waiting for a year for things to come back from PSA, because that's frustrating. And I think until now, PSA have been able to get away with it because they know there's no one else that people will go to, because the alternative is to send it to Beckett or CGC. And the turnaround times there are ridiculous too. Much better than PSA, but still ridiculous. So, you know, what are you going to do? You're going to wait 10 months, 11 months with PSA, 6 months with CGC or Beckett. It's not that appealing, is it? So if people are potentially going to change who they grade to, it's probably going to be to someone where they can get the cards back quicker. You know, if you want to protect your collection, this is a great way to do it. And it does add value as well. I sold a number of the ones I revealed on one of my last videos, and they were all selling for well above the cost of the raw card, plus the grading fee, and then extra as well. But like I say, even if you just want to encapsulate a card and keep it clean and tidy and look after it, there's no reason why it wouldn't work for that as well. But it is adding value at the same time, so yeah, everyone wins. Also, one final point to address, because I mentioned it in my last video, and I've had someone who questioned it in the comments. So he either didn't watch the video properly, or he was just having a dig. But you see how they keep the card in the sleeve? Up here you can see the corner of the sleeve. That is intentional, and it's to stop the card being damaged while it's in the case. These cards can move around if you shake them. You know, so sometimes you might see a PSA card that is a 10 and doesn't look a 10 because it might have got some damage on the edges. That could have happened while it's in the case. So this protects the card while it's in there, and you know, the fact that it's plastic, it stops it shaking. So this card's not moving around no matter how much I shake it, which is, you know, from a collector's point of view, it's incredibly important. So I thought I'd just re-mention that if anyone raises the question again. And that is me done for this video. Like I say, a good chunk of these will be for sale. So if there's any that you're interested in, comment, drop me a message. I'll put my normal information in in the description. So if you want to follow me on Instagram, drop me a message on there if that's easier. And yeah, we'll leave it there. So thank you for watching. Please give the video a like and comment and subscribe. I'll do a giveaway soon. I've been meaning to do one for a bit and I've just been getting sidetracked. Maybe I'll give away a couple of these cards so you get to feel them and see what you think to them yourselves. But yeah, I'll leave it there. Thank you for watching and I will see you all in the next video. Take care.